It's crackle. What a happy sound. You gotta have a crackle of the sound not bound. You begin apple hopping when the cereal's flapping. Snap, crackle, makes the world go round.
Hello, guys. Back. And today we have one of the classic of all time, bar none, the Nintendo Game Boy, the original DMG-01. This is a build that I'm going to be doing for a buddy of mine. He wants a couple things done, but we'll start here because I have the parts already for the Game Boy. So I told him if he wanted a screen done, he'd have to send me his console so I could modify it. So here it is. He sent it with some batteries in it. The batteries are not doing so good, so I've got a set of Duracells to put in it that I tore out and now I'm putting back in for some dumb reason. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick check. I've already checked it, so we'll just make sure while I've got the camera rolling. You can see the screen is starting to fail over on this one side. Turn up the contrast. Should make it even more obvious where the issue is there over on the right hand side, so you got lines through there. But the bottom line is the good old Game Boy still fires up just like it was brand new. You know, I can't remember how many year old this thing is now, but it's getting on. What's the years? Got a year of manufacture on it? Let's see. 1989 Nintendo. Okay, so what I'm going to do to this one is I had ordered an extra FUNNYPLAYING kit a while ago because I was going to do another DMG, but ended up not doing it. So I've had this kit kind of sitting around for a bit, so I'm glad I finally can put it into something. So yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick real look at just to make sure it actually comes on and is functioning, because we need to know what our starting point is before we start playing with too many things. So it's a good starting point for us, and I am going to see if I can remember how to do this. It's been a while. So these are a tri-wing screw. So let's start with some of the screws, and we'll get rocking here. Get rocking right into it. Let's pull our good old faithful apart here. Okay, there's one major cable that connects the screen. Just pull it gently back and it will separate both halves like that. Let's come to, okay, that is not the kit. This is the screen. Adhesive, new glass, that guy. One of these boards gets replaced entirely, and it's going to be this board here. Okay, so we can set that aside for now. I will look at the main board at another time. Okay, so this one we gotta take because we need this one installed. I gotta do a little bit of soldering, put the original speaker into it. So first things first, let's just get rid of the old board. So what this is going to do is this is going to remove the original DMG screen, which of course is monochrome and has no backlight. So if you remember back in the day when you were trying to play this thing at night, you'd have to go bug mom and dad to buy you one of those Game Boy Light magnifier dealios that used to clip on, and it used to make it even 10 times more cumbersome to hold because it was I'm pretty sure it had its own battery pack, if I remember correctly. So it not only added more bulk, but it also added more weight. Well, whatever, who cares? Doesn't really matter. The new stuff is fantastic, and I really like the way that it's been designed. I was just being a little wussy. Okay, there we go. Out she comes. Okay, so there's our buttons and our speaker. Looks like our pad came with it there. Okay, so that's the old board, and this gets completely replaced. So what we need to do is take the speaker out real quick. It won't take us too long. It's in here a little bit. Okay. Okay. It's got to be about the easiest soldering I've done in a while. Okay, so that's in, done. Let's just have a quick look at our buttons here. They're not terrible. I'm going to give them a quick clean. Having another look at this, so I've got this new one, or I can use the original shell. There's really not much difference between, except we do have this one is missing. See, the problem is if I change the shell, then this isn't going to match the back because it's kind of worn and, you know, whatever, right? If I put this shell on, it's going to mismatch with the base, and I don't really want to do that. I want everything to kind of match. So the difference with this shell is that they've removed these pegs and this slot here. Now I don't have to get rid of this other slot, but I do need to get rid of those pegs. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stay with that. This one, I have to modify it slightly because the Retro 6, oh, that's the old one. Okay, that one fits normally, but if we put this one on, you'll see that we've got some edges that are showing there. That's because this screen is slightly wider. So what we need to do is we need to enlarge that. If we put the old one on there, it's fine, right? You can't see those plastic. It's because the screen is slightly larger. So I'm trying to think how I want to do this, because it really looks like if I just take care of the sides, that's all we need to worry about. It's a little bit crazy to bust my Dremel out for this. So I think I'm going to try and do this with an X-Acto, to be honest. Okay, so let's see how that looks. And yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. That corner down there a little bit more, and maybe a little bit up in that top corner, and that should be it. Go ahead and stick it down. Just like that. Alright, kind of did that off camera, sorry guys. But you get the gist. You want to make sure it fits nice and tight, and then give it some good pushes in there so that you get it. Okay, and then the screen is going to go this way onto the back of it. Just do a light test fit here just to make sure. Yes, indeedy, it fits in there as it should. So that just gives it the structure for to hold the new screen in there. So what we need to do is get rid of that protective plastic on the screen. And immediately okay, so I'll just drop it down, and I'm just going to gently move it into place here. Just like that. I think that's it. Should kind of snap in. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so there's our screen. Boom, it's in. Great, wonderful, done. Okay. We don't really need this old one here. That one can get out of the way. Well, we can go back to putting our buttons back in, because we're actually going to slam this baby down. Pretty darn quick. Just like that. Okay. Alright, so now we need to plug our screen into the connector. Just like that. There's two clasps on each side of that connector. You want to push in and lock it in. And once it's locked in, put the speaker down. Into position. It's fighting me a little bit, but it's okay. Want the speaker wires out of the way because you want the buttons. Make sure they make good contact. Okay, so there we are. So now let's just basically put the screws back in it. kind of hard to show on camera. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But basically, there's two big connectors on each side that you need to slide this cable into. And it is very tight and not easy. Once you get it, that's what it kind of looks like when it's mounted. It's like that. And then put the two case halves back together, and that should be that. Okay, so we have some extra leftover screws, which is normal because the first board is definitely got more screws in it, so there are some leftovers. The board doesn't have as many. Okay, so let's grab our tri-wings. Where do my batteries get to? Huh. I literally just had them, and they are gone. That is... Oh, wait, yeah, never mind. I remember I stuck them. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what we need for this bad boy. And it came with a game. We'll use that one to test with. Where's the back cover? There it is. Make sure those are good. All right. There we go. Okay, so we got Yoshi's Cookie here. I think I ever played this game. It's a puzzle game. Okay. There's our different colors. Press in, and then it sets that. So set it to however you like, whatever feels right. There you go. There we are. Okay, well guys, that's it for this one. That's basically the installation process of putting a IPS screen into a DMG-01. Like I said, this one's going to get a little more love, I do believe, but for now, that is it. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.